Hi everyone, hope you're well. History has been made with Bitcoin over the last few days, and it just takes a very quick glimpse at Bitcoin to realize, wow, $82,000 has finally happened, and this is the inflation adjusted all-time high. So incredible, guys. For all the holders that got in, especially during the bear markets, congratulations to you guys. That is absolutely amazing. If you got in 2022, you were able to buy Bitcoin at 16K, and it's now reflected a 4x or even more, as we can see. So this is pretty euphoric looking. In this video, we're just going to talk about where I think Bitcoin can go, what the all-time high can truly be, and will we see a pullback for Bitcoin? If you're new here, please subscribe, like, comment as well if you want to hit your crypto goals. Now, this is also a very interesting ladder here. It shows us that Bitcoin is now rank 9. It's about to surpass silver in terms of a market capital. It's also about to surpass Saudi Aramco and even Amazon by market capitalization. It's the 9th largest commodity, or public company or precious metal or whatever it is. The market cap of Bitcoin alone is huge, and this of course means that actually blockchain is the 5th largest asset by market capital, because blockchain markets are now 2.8 trillion, which puts it just below Microsoft. Now let that sink in, because it means blockchain is about to be sitting in rank 3 when it surpasses Apple and Microsoft. Now that is something just nuts. So Bitcoin, 81.8K. Of course, guys, if you're looking to trade in these markets or buy Bitcoin, you can use Blowfin, an exchange down below where you can do your leverage trading to amplify your crypto gains. As you can see, you can do all sorts of trading here. You can sign up in just a minute of your time with the link down below for Blowfin, which has got tons of different coins that you can enjoy trading with. This is a no KYC exchange, and it is also globally accessible. So you should not have restrictions anywhere when you're using this exchange on your laptop, PC, or mobile phone. So check that out down below. Now I want to talk about, of course, what is happening with Bitcoin. It is looking absolutely wild. It broke out from 73.4K into a humongous all-time high. And we've just got into that zone that I was talking about a few days ago, where if we see the price shoot up, we're going to see it shoot up into this sort of 1.6 to 2.618 Fibonacci scale. And I do think 85K is a very realistic target here. Of course, we're starting to see the sirens of euphoria kick in just ever so slowly. We're not quite overbought on the relative strength index. The last time we were there was March 2024, but we are slowly starting to hear the sirens of euphoria. And we're getting closer to that area where I would consider taking some off the table, taking some profits, especially if you got down in on Bitcoin around 40, 50, 60K, and you might want to reduce your risk and take some capital back. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And do remember that everyone in this market tries to get you to hold as long as possible, because they usually are using you as an exit liquidity. Now, just looking at the charts overall, like I said, it's been extremely euphoric. And yes, Bitcoin can keep on pumping more and more. And I'm not saying it won't. This isn't really a bearish video, because how can you be bearish when Bitcoin just hit $82,000? So some positives here is that we're not nowhere near being overbought on the RSI in the weekly time frame. So this does mean that we've got a lot of upside potential still, and we can still move much more towards the upside. And I think the true all-time high for Bitcoin, based on this expansion and the room that we've got here, because at the moment, if we were to just draw this, you have this slanting price or RSI action, and then you actually have this divergence. And we need to also back check this. Like, did this happen before? Because I can honestly see that it did. So we don't want to get trapped. And one thing I really am curious about, if we look at this divergence on this RSI, we can see for this particular cycle, we had 0.1 meets 0.2. So you have this divergence, and what you see on the price is basically this. 0.1 meets 0.2. So we've got 0.1 and 0.2. Look what happened as well in 2021. We should go back to the previous cycle to really just understand what also happened in that particular entity. So we can see here, topped out, price divergent goes up like this accordingly. You see that diagonal line that we've got versus the slanting diagonal. We've got this divergence. They're going away from each other, these two RSIs on the weekly time frame. So this can prove that it doesn't always go the way that you want it to. So if we just look at this and assume the same thing might happen, we have this divergence right here. I hope you guys can see it, that white line, which is of course going that way or that way. I don't know which way it's going to show on the camera, but we can see on the RSI when this happened, well, actually this RSI came downwards the same way it is doing now. So we need to be very careful. Actually, I joined the wrong kind of lines up. It's more like that, but it still shows that something similar can happen. Now, if I drag this up, you're going to kind of see what I mean by this. You see that divergence there? That That pattern is what I'm looking at. And if we then far forward ourselves through to that pattern again, we can see it now a bit clearer. Just make these lines a bit thicker for you guys. We can see we're getting like a similar thing happen. You see that slant? It doesn't mean that we can't go up more, but I'm just looking in the past how these bull markets kind of pop off, they go crazy, and these are the patterns that give you a warning sign. The price is coming up, but the overall buying RSI indicator is not really moving up that much. So I could probably go all the way back down to another cycle and just quickly back test this one more time. I don't know how sort of relevant it would be, but it would be completely invalidated for the last cycle. To be honest, it doesn't look too reliable because, yeah, maybe on a different time frame, but for this particular cycle in 2017, not the same. But for this particular cycle here, you can see that discrepancy, and you can see the same sort of discrepancy happening here with the relative strength indexes. So personally, I think, yes, Bitcoin can hit 90,000, can hit 100,000, can hit 110,000. But will it happen and hold for that price for a long period of time? I don't think it would. I think it would probably end up correcting quite quickly after Bitcoin sort of holds itself at that level. So I'm super bullish on Bitcoin as well. And next bear market, absolutely hammer in, just go for it. Just take the risk, guys. Not financial advice, but next bear market, when Bitcoin truly hits that bearish RSI, the last time was June 2022, that's when you want to go all in on your Bitcoin. You can see just looking at this RSI setup, the same thing is sort of happening, sort of just happening. So I'm not saying it's the end. No way am I saying it's the end, but we can see similar price structure in the sense that, you know, last time it came down, corrected, then pumped. This time it came down, corrected, and pumped. But I think we'll actually get one more major pump first, because this cycle is completely different to the last cycle. So we shouldn't really compare them, and this cycle can be absolutely extended. So wouldn't feel too bearish about it. BLX chart as well, look, we've just about creeped up into this red ribbon. So we've got tons of room for Bitcoin to still go higher, and I still expect it to get into this $100,000 territory. Bitcoin has got a long, long way to go, and that's why I do think $86,000 can happen quite soon. Looking at our logarithmic scale again, the RSI on the weekly time frame isn't in euphoria or fear. It's just sitting between around 67 on this RSI at the moment. So we certainly do have a lot of time to come for Bitcoin. There's no need to panic. And the fact that we spent over 200 days for Bitcoin sitting in the $70,000 range shows that now this is a very neutral price level and a huge area of support. So I do think we will have a lot of big upside potential, but I'm just always aware that chasing the green candles is never something you really want to be doing all of the time. If you guys are also out there, want to grow your crypto portfolio, want to start getting more trades, want to start getting big trades, like you can see my crypto trading group, Jacob's Crypto Clan, we've got over 29,000 members in the Discord. The link to my Discord is right down below if you're someone that's a bit of an amateur, or you're maybe sort of a mid-level intermediate, or you're advanced. It doesn't matter. We can cater for you something that you might need. So you can see down below there is a Patreon or a WAP website. You can use either WAP or Patreon. It depends what you prefer, but you can use Crypto Champion membership, for example, £45 per month, $60, or you can use Crypto Legend, which is £79 a month, or $100 per month. And we've only got 2 membership slots available here, and for this one we have 6 left, and this will give you spot signals, leverage, and future signals. We're going to get early alpha calls, early ICOs, early contract addresses, early insights and news around things. You're going to get an ebook, you're going to get listings on giveaways, you're going to have a higher chance to win on giveaways, and it's just so much cool stuff, guys, that we've built in this VIP Discord for you guys. If you want to help yourself get like time, location, and financial freedom, definitely check it out if you wish to invest in yourself today. And on the heat map here for Bitcoin, we can see that we're just about creeping into the yellow territory. So we're still not in massive overbought euphoria, but we are getting more aware that, I guess, you know, we are getting closer to the end. The further Bitcoin goes in price, the closer we are getting to the end of the overall bull market. You've got to remember, to minimize your risk, you have to be buying in the bear markets when crypto is dead. Because right now you could be a victim of exit liquidity, which is the sheer truth. We're seeing lots of noobs come back to the market. We're seeing it plastered all over social media. And that grabs the attention of a lot of people that just FOMO in and usually make a big mistake. So do remember, first cycle is always a messy one, but the second one, you got to get it right. Get that cycle right. And also, just very interesting insight, meme coin valuation, $90 billion priced in today. Meme coins are back up to $90 billion, the same value as 2021 when Elon Musk was talking about meme coins and shilling and COVID was around and stimulus checks were everywhere. So this is an insane level of growth for the blockchain sector. We're up to 2.78 trillion by market capital for the blockchain sector. And I think we will still keep on going up. I think Bitcoin is absolutely the new form of money, the new form of currency. And people that don't have a little bit of Bitcoin in the future, in the next decade, 20 years, will potentially be struggling and left behind. So do not succumb to being one of those people. Always have a little bit of Bitcoin, I think is always a good thing, but always time your entries right. There's nothing better than getting a good entry with your investment as well. So if you want more advice around that on how to get those investments sort of right and done right, like I say, the Discord is down below. Come hang out, whether you're a VIP or just in the general chat. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, I think overall it could be very, very exciting these next few weeks. Thanks for watching. See you soon, guys. Hit that notification bell. Ding. And I'll see you soon. Peace.